The Sanders Financial, where we talk money matters because money matters.
New feature added to the home. This orange internet cable was definitely blocking this Addict Access. Definitely so happy that this has been corrected. T-pipe turned over for the washer and dryer. The holes have been cut out for the electrical outlets. What are these cutouts about? Well, if you have the outdoor kitchen, make sure you have two elements. This way it gives you the opportunity to catch mistakes before it's too late. All right, time to check on some progress. Today I woke up feeling like Macho Man, so I have my Macho Man sunglasses on today. All right, here we go. New feature added to the home. This feature is called three different things: shade roof, awning, eyebrow roof. Three different things this could potentially be called, just depending on where you're from. If you notice here, there's an accent roof, typically metal. Some places may have it at copper, which is a nice accent. We have the coach lights installed, not the actual light itself, but the fixture, the electrical wiring for the coach light fixture to go here on both sides of the garage, because what that's going to do is help illuminate so that you see where you're going when you're trying to park. Of course, mentioned we have the window installed that was missing for quite some time. Whenever you enlarge the windows, as we have, you get those custom sizes. They can be difficult to find. You walk the property, you want to make sure that you can successfully complete your normal day-to-day functions without having any type of issues. If you see an A/A, that means Addict Access. You should be able to freely enter your Addict Access without having anything blocking getting into this attic. This orange internet cable was definitely blocking this Addict Access. You want to catch things like that and ask your builder, hey, let's make sure that you move this. Why? Because they have subs. The builder did not run that cable. Heck, the builder didn't even frame the thing. They're all subs. The builder used a sub to frame out this attic. They used the sub to run this wire. And those that are running the wire, they're not paying attention to an Addict Access. So sometimes the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. It doesn't mean that the builder is a bad builder. It's just the nature of the beast. But you should do your due diligence whenever you're building a custom home to make sure that things like this doesn't happen. You gotta come in and catch it. You gotta walk the property on a weekly basis as if though you're doing your normal day-to-day functions. This way it gives you the opportunity to catch mistakes before it's too late, or before things are completed, which would require you to have to complain, and then they have to come back. They've got to stop, they got to redo, and it's going to cost a lot of time as well as money. In your Addict Access, you want to have your light switch and your light bulb where it's easily accessible, so that when you enter the attic, you can cut the light on. And this is technically designed for servicing, but servicing, storage, you need to see what's going on there, and you don't have to have a flashlight, because you should have, per code, you should have a light there. Definitely so happy that this has been corrected. T-pipe turned over for the washer and dryer, double stack, which gives you more space. Again, that's just thinking through your home process, thinking through what is it like day to day when I'm going through my home. Pretend you're washing clothes, pretend you're hosting friends. It may seem super silly, but I'm telling you, it will be worth it if you catch something, right? The holes have been cut out for the electrical outlets. Holes cut out. Holes cut out. But what are these cutouts about? Well, you gotta have the holes cut out from the insulation so that when the drywall, AKA sheetrock, is placed and nailed into those studs that I taught you in previous videos, they'll already have the boxes ready so they can draw rectangles, cut them out so they can place the outlets on top. Under this stairwell, there was a lot of trash, but the trash has been cleaned out. Very important. You don't want trash to be in places that's going to get drywalled up. Make sure that your property is clean before drywall is placed in. This builder did a fantastic job of making sure that it was clean before the drywall happens, because you don't want a drywall contractor to come in, put the drywall up, and not clean the property, because they're here to hang drywall. They're not here to sweep up and to clean out trash. If it's there, it's possible they would just drywall it up and you have all type of bacteria, etc., growing underneath the stairwell in between your walls. So food for thought, make sure that your thing is clean before drywall is hung. Here, have electrical outlet has been installed. Yep, we've got electrical wire is there, placed on this top. Nice. One thing to think about with an outdoor kitchen, if you have the outdoor kitchen, make sure you have two elements. You need to have plumbing, right? Hot, cold, and a drain if you're gonna have a sink. And then make sure you have a nice electrical outlet. You need to have electricity here for any type of electricity that's needed to fire up your stove. And here's a gas line. So here we have gas line, electrical, which is like for lighting. And then we have the hot and cold there. When it comes to the hood, we can tap into electrical wire from here coming down for the hood, as well as have it vent out on that other side. So I'm not too concerned about having any electricity placed here, because we can tap into that for now. But this is good to have electrical wire here, microwave, whatever that you have on the side. Just gives you more options. So just think about options when you're doing an outdoor kitchen. Right? So I mentioned to you before, AA means Addict Access. You see all these boards that's impeding. This is blocking you from entering your attic. This is something that you want to catch and says, hey builder, Miss Builder, Mr. Builder, I need to have access to my attic. I can't get in. There's boards in the way. There's ductwork in the way. How do I get up there? So what this is called webbing. This. Let me give you a better view on this side. See? 1, 2, 3. This is called webbing, all right? The webbing helps hold the truss in place when the roofing is happening. And they're putting these plywood boards across. The webbing helps maintain the truss in place while that's happening. So this is kind of a pre-construction feature that helps make sure they install properly. So this can actually be removed. It's not structural. Engineering is okay if the webbing is removed from it. It just adds stability during that, and it just wasn't removed. It's good to still have it. It just, make sure your structure a little bit more sound, but it definitely can be cut away from the attic access, because, look at this. That's a huge attic space. A lot of storage, very tall ceilings all the way around, but you can't access it if you have webbing blocking your entrance. So get that cut. And once again, see, there's the light switch to service your AC. Remember the orange piping that was downstairs? That's how it runs, right into the box. All your Wi-Fi, etc. There was one point where we had water intrusion that was happening here at the bottom. The reason there was water coming in is because they didn't completely seal the outside. The reason the outside wasn't sealed properly, oh boy, cracked window. Yep. Took a long time to get the window in, and it's broken. So that's going to be replaced. So the reason why water was coming in there, water was coming in here, is because the stucco was not completed on the outside just yet. After the drywall is hung, all the hammering and the beating on the exterior, right here, these exterior boards, from hammering, when that's done, then they'll apply the drywall from the outside. So then you say, well, if I just hang a picture, I'm gonna knock the drywall off the exterior of my home? No, because by then it will have hardened, dried, cured, good to go. But when it's in its beginning stages, your drywall is actually fragile. So the goal is to hang all this drywall first, because we just passed inspection. So now we're gonna hang the drywall, seal in all this insulation, and then stucco. And once the stucco happens, that'll stop any water from coming in. This window must have been cracked upon installation. But it's a good thing we got a window, because we didn't have a window here for a long time. That cracked window is gonna be replaced. So is this one, because if you'll notice here, this window can't close because a man took a board, a long board on top of this rail, stretched across, laid it across this window like a scalpel, so that he could hang this electrical box. Not the best thing to do because it damaged the window. Now the whole window's got to be replaced. Put a timeline to it. This property went under contract June 7th, 2024. The foundation was poured about August the 9th, 2024. We are in January 19th, 2025. And hopefully by next week, drywall will begin. Just to put a timeline to it so you can be aware of how long it takes to get to this stage. Typically, it doesn't take that long, but if you're thorough and you catch mistakes and if you make a couple of custom tweaks to it, because you're never really going to know everything you want to do custom to a home in the very beginning. There's always something that's going to come up. So ask your builder up front, hey, how much does it cost for change orders, right? A change order is when you make any type of adjustment to the property, whether you add more things to the property or you take things away from the property that you've already agreed in the original contract. That's called a change order. So if you do a change order, find out, is there a cost to it? How many can you do? When is it too late? Get that understanding up front, because if you don't, you will be upset. Because no one wants to be told no when they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, whatever you're paying for your home.
Thanks again for watching The Sanders Financial, where we talk money matters because money matters.